of course, that and. So there are 5 characteristics of open organization and open leadership, right? It's transparency, inclusivity, collaboration, community, and adaptability. And I don't mean to scare you all, but like if you put yourself through each of those characteristics and have to practice them, all of them can be very scary, right? Like for example, around transparency. It's nice to lecture everyone on transparency, but like if I have worked on an amazing concept, right, which is really close to my heart, I want to protect it to the point that it shouldn't be taken away from me, right? But we also say defaulting to open means opening up and sharing, and that's where what Jen had mentioned about vulnerability is like trusting the process. That if you are going to share, it's going to transform. So one of the biggest fears of open leadership is that you might have an idea that you're attached to, but when you open it up, it blossoms, it changes form, it doesn't remain the way you want it to be like, but guess what? It becomes even better.
That's fantastic. It's interesting because that mirrors my own experience, just candidly. And just starting as a leader, I felt like I was somehow required to have all the answers. And people look to leaders to have the answers, and realizing there's so many situations that we find ourselves in these days where we don't have the answers, right? And being that can lead to a moment of uncertainty and vulnerability. And just in my own personal experience, I've found that just being upfront with people about that hey, in this particular circumstance, you're actually closer to this than I am, and you're going to have a lot better insight and perspective on that. And so together we can have, I think, a richer approach rather than me trying to, make it up as I go, right? Or pretend like that's the case. So.